so much that it forms a part of your identity, so much you can't imagine your life without it. Climbing is my passion and my life. Everything I do revolves around rock climbing. I started this amazing sport when I turned 7, and I've been climbing ever since. 7 years ago, I started competing. I love it because I'm very competitive. I like the social aspect and the climbing community. I also like the medals. In 2015, I qualified to represent Canada on both the youth and adult climbing teams. I trained all summer for international events, and by the time I left for Europe, I felt like I was in top shape to achieve my goals. My first event last summer was an adult climbing World Cup in Stavanger, Norway. I was the youngest competitor there. I had no expectations for the competition, although my goal was not to finish last. I ended up placing 33rd out of 60 athletes who are all older than me. I was extremely happy and stoked. After this competition, in late August, I headed to Arco, Italy to attend the World Youth Climbing Championships. Since I was still very pleased with my performance in Norway, I ended up setting my goals for this competition a little too high. My goal was top 15 in sport climbing and to make semifinals for bouldering. Unfortunately, Youth Worlds did not go as planned. The start of the round was extremely unsuccessful for me. I couldn't even figure out how to get off the ground and start the climb. This completely messed up my mindset and focus for the rest of the competition. By halfway through the round, I was staring at the wall, almost in tears. By the end of the round, my motivation was gone. My love for rock climbing was gone, and I just wanted to go home. I thought I let down my family, and I thought I did not deserve a spot on Team Canada anymore, since I was incapable of making it to the next round in an international competition. I decided I was going to stop rock climbing because I thought I sucked. Many of my teammates had made it through to the next round of the competition, but since I was feeling upset, sad, demotivated, and unsupported by my teammates, I laid low for the rest of the competition and avoided most of the team. Before leaving Italy to come back to Vancouver, my close climbing friend asked me to come take photos of him when he climbed outdoors. I agreed. I ended up climbing a few times because I was cold and I needed to warm up. In the process, I managed to do my most difficult climb to date. This feeling of success and realizing that I didn't suck helped me decide not to quit climbing, but to stop competition climbing. When I got back to Canada, I isolated myself from other climbers and buried myself in general life busyness. Mentally, I just didn't want to climb, and physically, I felt weak. Without telling me, my mom signed me up for the first boulder competition of the season in November and told me I had to go. I had no expectations. Since I was not training, I was in no shape to do well. I ended up placing 5th in my age category, and I was able to acknowledge my worth as a climber again. Next competition, I ended up placing 3rd, and I wiggled my way into open women finals. This was an eye-opener for me. I realized I had just one bad competition, and I shouldn't let that define who I am and how I climb. My favorite band, Massullo, reminded me that no matter the amount of negativity you're presented with, 5 minutes now could be your best moment, and that everything happens is caused by what you think about. These are both very true. I was thinking too negatively, and it made me perform poorly. And when I entered a competition with an open mind and no expectations, I ended up doing better than I could have ever imagined. I started to train with my old coach Miranda, and I rediscovered how fun climbing can be. I decided I was going to kick some butt at provincials in January, and that's what I did. My goal was to podium, and I entered the competition with my confidence level through the roof and loads of motivation. This paid off, and I ended up coming in 3rd place. In one of my subsequent competitions, I went in with 0 expectations and with the intention to use it as a learning experience. The whole competition was just me laughing, smiling, and joking around, not really thinking about climbing. I ended up in first place for both my age category and for the adult open women category. I realized the more open and positive mindset I have, the better I will perform. After half a year, I finally remembered why I love climbing so much. Not only is it the climbing community I enjoy, but it's the feeling of completing something that a normal person would think is impossible. No matter how much motivation I lost for climbing, through the thought of failing and doing badly, I always have someone behind me, supporting me, cheering me on, and no matter where I am or who I'm climbing with, knowing that I'm growing as a climber and learning new things shapes my identity and makes me want to keep climbing until there's nothing left to climb. And that's what it's like to be a climber.